They give us this nice graph, and they say use Newton's method to approximate a root of the equation cosine of x squared over 7 equals x over 4. Notice how are you going to solve that with a formula? Like, what are you going to do? How are you going to get x alone? One of them's inside of a cosine, the other one's out here. I mean, if you do inverse, you know, we'll do inverse cosine. Okay, yeah, it'll get that side out. But then you'll have the inverse cosine on the other side. And now the x is in there. And you still got another x here. What are you going to do? How are you going to get those x's in one place alone? You're not. We need a way of approximating it. So we're going to use Newton's method. So they say let x1 equals 2 be your initial, get to x3. And there's the answer. How do we do it? Well, you know, we go click on this link on the home page. That's the graphing calculator, the Desmos graphing calculator. And oh, and what we're going to type in. So the function then, because we want these guys to be equal to each other, right? So then bump this to the other side. So then the function is cosine of x squared over 7 minus x over 4. You see, you want that to equal 0. So when that function, this function equals 0, that's the same thing as cosine of x squared over 7 equaling x over 4. If you jump that back over, right? See how that's the same thing? Finding out where this function equals 0 is the same thing as finding out where the cosine of x squared over 7 equals x over 4. Same thing. So that's what we got to do. It's basically type in this function. So whenever they give you two things equal, they have two graphs, right? Here's the x over 4. That's the linear part. That's that one. This cosine one is this. Where do they intersect? Somewhere between 2 and 3. We can see right here, right? And from the graph as well. But when you give you two separate functions, just bring this guy over, get a 0. That's your function. Type that into Desmos. Okay, let's go to Desmos. So on Desmos, you find it. There it is. I typed it in and then make that table. See that table I made right there? I show on another, if you don't know how to do that, go back to the first problem in this section. I show exactly how to add a table. So I typed in the function on the first line. Second line, I did this plus sign button up here, and you add a table, and then you just put those new titles, and I put in the first x value is 2, notice. And then whatever I got here, I then copy down to there myself. And then when I get here, I copy down to there. And there it is. You see, there's X3, 2.506, 3637. There it is. And by the way, we can click on the graph over here to see how close it is. Wait, it's not on the graph. Not getting there. Getting all kinds of other points. Make it a little bigger. There it is. 2.502. So look how close it is. After just three steps, X3 is already super close out to like, oh, I guess it's X4. Yeah, I'm looking at this one right here. The next one is like super close to it. Right, that'd be the fourth one, huh? 2.50271. Yeah. Anyway, we're just supposed to give them the third one. So I'm just going to give them this one right here. 2.506, 3637. 2.506. 5063637. Yep, there it is. They just want x of 3. So that's how we do it.